135-yard rush game against Seattle. He ran for 682 yards. So he showed a little something last year, but he hasn't had any opportunities here this year with Atlanta at all. On the fake, Ryan looks his way, and there was nothing there as Parsons came over to cover. But I wonder in the second half, when you're looking for something, can he make some sort of audition for himself to get more carries going forward?
I think he can, and I think that's why to start this second half, we said this is such a huge evaluation, second half game for Arthur Smith and this coaching staff. There's going to be a handful of guys that they're going to be keeping a close eye, Gallman being one of them. He's kind of gotten lost in the shuffle. Cordero's played so well. Mike Davis is a good running back. He's going to get his opportunities here in the second half to show that he earned more play time.
Third down, Ryan loads up, coming near side. It's intercepted. Anthony Brown, what a play. Dan Quinn's Dallas defense against his former team is lighting it up. The pick by Brown. Cowboys football.
I think I counted 5 tips of that pass before they were able to haul it in. Interception for the Dallas D. And a deep shot for Mike White is intercepted. Tre'Davious White picks off Mike White, and the Bills have the commanding 21-point lead and the football back after the deep shot interception. Leonard Fournette. Well, he became playoff Lenny in this matchup last year in the wild card. Started to become it, at least. And now he's got the guys in the red zone.
We got the block from Cameron Brate on the edge, and a good game. 8 yards on that play behind the Harvard grad.
Right, and here's what's impressive right now. Cameron Brate on the outside. This is everybody. This is not just one guy making a play. This is not your quarterback leading your football team. You know what this is? This is throw a couple of bubble screens, a couple of smokes, and let your players make plays for you. Everybody being involved. That's how you get an offense back on track.
Off the fake, looking for Brate. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. First of the season for Brate. That man wanted Washington to pump it up. Instead, Tampa Bay ends up scoring.
Yeah, and Cameron Brate right up here on top. Now watch, block a little bit. You blocked on the last play. Block at the line of scrimmage. Wide check, delay over the middle. Tom Brady's going to find you 100% of the time on that one.
Like Daron Payne may have even gotten a little bit of a sliver of that ball, but Cameron Brate was there to secure it for his first score of the season. And just like that, Tampa Bay with a chance to get back within 3. On that drive, Tom Brady goes 4 for 4 for 43 yards and the touchdown score.
Back at Heinz Field, the Lions had a 3rd and 6 a short time ago. Jared Goff fakes the run to the left and throws it back to the right. And it's Amon-Ra St. Brown with the completion. Got the first down there. Lions live in Pittsburgh territory.
Down 9, Swift somehow gets inside the 40. They'll bring up 3rd down. Need to get inside the Steeler 35.
Back in Nashville, 2-touchdown lead for Ryan Tannehill and the guys, but that one goes backwards. It's Marcus Davenport on the sack, and that'll force a Tennessee punt back to New Orleans.
We showed you how it can either come backdoor or it can stay play side, and right now Dan Campbell has found something with that formation and that heavy set that's given the Steelers fits.
It's been a while since the Lions have run for over 200 yards on any team. They need 5. Goff's in trouble. He gets rid of it. And the Steelers take care of it. Khalif Raymond didn't have a chance. James Pierre, who's in there for Joe Hayden. He's usually a nickelback, helping to make the play.
Seconds ago at New England, Baker Mayfield and the Browns got to kickstart this offense. That's not the way to do it. Little team sack there between a couple of defensive linemen, including Lawrence Guy for the Patriots. And now this is 3rd and 16 live. Baker gets hit again. Njoku with the catch underneath, but that's nowhere near the first down. A little bit on his shoulder as he was going out of bounds there. There is a penalty marker down, but this is in the backfield. Could this be roughing? There it is.
Roughing the passer. Defense, number 91. 15-yard penalty enforced for the completed pass. Automatic. First down.
And the hidden yardage.
Good block there on Barmore by Treader, but after the ball is gone, there's Wise barreling into Baker Mayfield. And look, he just,
one of their stud receivers.
That replay that you saw on the roughing will keep the drive alive for the Cleveland Browns.
Davis, terrific rookie season last year. Those 7 touchdown catches. Makes his first big play of the day. Here's Matt Breida. Had the early touchdown catch. Breida looking for more. Touchdown. And right now, the Bills pouring it on here at MetLife.
Nice play by Matt Breida. And we wondered what his speed would do. Look at him get on the outside and just utilize his speed. Nice block there by Davis. And then Breida finding the seam, taking advantage of this porous Jets defense.
A little game rewind. We jumped right to this Bills drive, and they punched it in as soon as they got in the red zone. But Josh Allen with that arm strength again. And Gabriel Davis, it is Gabriel Davis with the catch. Josh Allen and the Bills now just going up and down the field. They turn the Mike White interception into points. James Robinson with a little burst there for a first down. Jacksonville. Jags are now into third quarter play here, down 11. Again, we showed you that field goal that they got right at the end of the first half to make it 20-9. Now we go live to Lucas Oil.
You had pressure coming from the screen side, and pretty nice job down the field. Everybody running, staying up, but the hustle by DeForest Buckner. You talk about the elite defensive tackles around the league, and he's right at the top of that list. He is the best run stopper for the Colts, and also their best pass rusher. So that's a rare combination at defensive tackle.
7th play of the drive for the Jaguars. Lawrence doesn't handle the snap, picks it up, stands in there, fires down the field, incomplete. Looking for Marvin Jones.
Baker Mayfield has been injured in the Cleveland Browns game. Happened on this play right here. Matt Judon unblocked coming off the left edge and planted Baker Mayfield. And you see Baker is down. You'll notice the shoulder, his left shoulder, the left bicep in that harness, he has the separated shoulder he's been playing with, non-throwing shoulder. This looks perhaps like it's something lower body. He tried to get up and goes back down. An isolation replay, missed block by the Cleveland Browns offensive line, and Baker down and injured.
Lawrence throws right, and it's nearly intercepted. Rodgers makes a great break on that ball.
Just the timing is a little bit off, because that ball wasn't thrown until the receiver came out of his break, and the receivers are already...
3rd down and 4. The New Orleans Saints throw underneath, and it's Traquan Williams, 21-yard gain. Traquan Smith, check that, on the 21-yard gain.
Did not even
Jags settling for 3 here.
He would have been short even if he made that catch. So out comes Matthew Wright again, who made from 56 to close out the first half. This is from 51 yards. And this one's leaking right, and it's no good. He had the distance.
Jags having an up-and-down day. The miss keeps it at 20-9 there. Cowboys have been just pouring it on Atlanta, but here's a play that goes against them. Ezekiel Elliott gets the ball punched out, and Fabian Moreau is the Falcon defender who gets away with it, comes away with it. Dallas has 4 straight games with multiple turnovers. I believe that is their first turnover of the day. Guys, we'll check that. That's Dallas's first turnover of the day. But Cowboys, 4 straight games with multiple turnovers coming into today.
Way taller than you. Here's Heineke. It is complete for a first down inside the 35 to John Bates. Longest reception of his career at 19 yards, first down.
I love how they motion him into the formation so he gets in the stack right there, then just down the middle of the football field on the basic. Look at him, stab to the outside, come back inside, and this is just a wonderful drive. You started this drive with the boot keep out the backside, the easy throw right there. Really nice job of setting up your quarterback, Heineke, to have success, putting a great drive together in response to the touchdown by Tampa.
Here's Patterson, the rookie, and he gets ripped down by Jason Pierre-Paul. First play of impact we've seen from JPP today. It's a loss of 3.
JPP, I mean, defeating the tight end block, the guard pulling around.
So Baker Mayfield is out of the game for the time being. Case Keenum is in at quarterback, and it's more of the same treatment. The Patriots pass rush is dominating this game. Interesting, the Cleveland Browns this week spent $104 million re-signing their 2 starting guards, Wyatt Teller and Joel Bitonio. $104 million to 2 guards. The tackles seem to be having issues today for Cleveland.
Gibson on the move for Washington. He picks up a dozen yards to set up 3rd down and 1 for Taylor Heineke and the football team. Got an injured player down. That's Brandon Sheriff. So for those of you who
double box in the New Orleans Saints, Trevor Siemian with a completion outside and a nice stop and go there by the wide receiver. First down in the red zone for the Saints.
Up 9. Now the offense has got some rhythm. Put him at the 19 of the Titans.
When they had Ingram one-on-one with Brown, and see a little bit of a slip there as he tries to spin it back to the inside.
Yeah, Mel was talking about that before the game in the field.
Talking about the players and how they're all, Coach Payton wanted them all in screw-in cleats, half-inch screw-in cleats.
9th play of the drive. It's a 1st and 10 jet sweep. Here goes to Harris. Load up from behind by Rice. Out of bounds he goes near the 12, 13-yard line. Let's see where they spot that ball. Give him a gain of 5. Put him.
Sheriff, who had just returned from a sprained MCL in this game, has to come off the field, and Wes Schweitzer, who had started the last 4 for the injured Sheriff, is in. 3rd and 1 for Washington. Adam Amin, Mark Schlereth, Shannon Spaker, all caught up. Let's have some fun. On the ground, another first down for Gibson. Still on the move inside the 50.
Been their best drive by far.
Hill caught and ran 1 for 21. Here is a throw batted down on 2nd down and 4. They got right in the passing lanes.
Surprise him a little bit, then the downhill running again on 3rd and short. And look at the power that he is running with. You know, Ron Rivera told us on Friday, he's got to fall in love with that 4-yard gain. If you fall in love with that 4-yard physical gain, guess what's going to happen as the game wears on? That 4-yard gain is going to become an 8-yard gain, going to become a 12-yard gain. And that's what you're seeing with Gibson right now on this drive.
So Scott Turner, the offensive coordinator in his 2nd year. Heineke to throw, back of the end zone. Flag is thrown. Sims was the intended target, and D. Delaney got a piece of him on the way to the ball. Now, some of the Tampa Bay players are arguing it's not catchable.
Number 30. Ball's placed at the 1-yard line. First down.
But it is a pass interference.
It's a pitch. Ramczyk the back. Oh, what a great cut inside. A touchdown. Mark Ingram for 6. And the Saints are back in business. 13-yard touchdown run. A beauty by Ingram. A block out there by Ramczyk. And he's in for 6.
Well, a quick flash fake by Siemian to Harris.
Attempted it. There you didn't have it because of the Delaney foul. It's the right call.
Trying to push forward. Still on the move. What an effort. Touchdown, Washington. Gibson would not be denied.
Forget about Gibson not being denied. Schweitzer wouldn't be denied. Larson wouldn't be denied. Those guys up front just getting it done. Look at my man Schweitzer right here, 71. He's just fighting guys all the way down. The rest of the line starts pushing. Flowers pushing. Charles Leno Jr. pushing.
That brings a tear to my man Stink's eye when he sees offensive lines put second and third efforts into short yardage runs, and that one was a big one. It extends the lead back to 10 for Washington.
Back in the Atlanta-Dallas game, Matt Ryan goes play action, then comes back over the middle, and look who's there. Dallas Cowboys defender extraordinaire Trayvon Diggs leads the league in interceptions. That is his 8th interception. Now, he started off on a furious pace. His current pace with a 17-game season would be to break the all-time single-season interception record. Dick Night Train Lane, back in 1952, had 14 interceptions. This is Diggs' 8th of the season, and again, we're at the halfway point of 2021. But Diggs gets it done. Athletic play, jumping up. I'm sure his young son that we met on Hard Knocks is in the stands there cheering on his dad. Cowboys in command. And speaking of interceptions, Mike White has thrown another. This one goes, Levi Wallace comes away with the ball for the Buffalo Bills. So Mike White, you know, he was the 171st player taken in the draft, the 171st pick. He said this week, he said he felt he should have been the #1 pick the year that Baker Mayfield came into the league. Well, the only picks today that they're talking about for the Jets, the 3 picks that White has thrown.
With 7 seconds left, Malik McDowell for Cleveland.
Encroachment. Defense number 58. That 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
And he comes off the field, Jordan.
Mason Rudolph on a 3rd and 4, looks over the line. They bring pressure to the Lions. One-on-one outside, and incomplete. It was exciting for a second there as Dwayne Washington was trying to haul it in. But the Lions going to get the football back here. Detroit looking for their first win. It's getting serious here as we're coming up towards the end of the 3rd quarter in Pittsburgh. This game is still in question. Tennessee has the lead and the football with a few minutes left in the 3rd.
Along that way, including a big one in L.A. last Sunday night over the Rams. But they are without Derrick Henry. And then there's Sean Payton, who's without his centerpiece today, Alvin Kamara. 5 starters are out on offense for New Orleans. They've won 3 of 4. They're 5 and 3. If the playoffs began today, they'd be number 6 in the NFC. 1st and 10, Tannehill, who had a touchdown on a quarterback sneak and a short touchdown run. Here's a handoff, and it goes to D'Onta Foreman, plowing his way for a yard.
All right, here's an interesting play. After the Mike White interception, Josh Allen and the guys, they're smelling blood in the water. Let's try and get all of it. Deep shot, Gabriel Davis, and look at that ball in the air. Now watch this. The penalty flag comes in, which is going to be DPI against the Jets, which would give them the ball there anyways. Then the official comes in and says he caught this, but look at it. It goes up, it goes down. He has control. Where did the feet go out of bounds? It may or may not have been a completion in real life, but it was called that by the official. But Robert Saleh will not challenge that because there was defensive pass interference, and so the ball would end up in the 5-yard anyways. Does that make sense? Bottom line is Gabriel Davis just got a 36-yard catch that sets up a 1st and goal for Buffalo. That Buffalo game will get you there in just a moment.
Their 4th, Brian Johnson. Will Lutz, who was a Pro Bowler back in 19, injured on IR this season, but they've also had Cody Parkey, Lozas. They've gone through a bunch, and they may be going through another. 3rd and 8. Tannehill through the air, 14 of 20 with a touchdown pass. Blocked by the tight end who dropped the pass. Ferkser, he was trying to do too much. He was blocking, he was spinning, and he dropped it.
And Kevin, even though the Titans have an 8-point lead here, they haven't done very much offensively. Just 206 yards of total offense. The first touchdown.
All that every time. It looks a lot worse on the slow-mo replay as Moss trying to punch it in. Touchdown. And the New York Jets are taking one on the chin against Buffalo. 4th rushing touchdown of the season for Moss, and it's all Bills.
Ability to just...
For more. Well, it's only a matter of the final score with the Bills. They're going to beat the Jets there, and there's still 6 minutes left to go, but that thing is a blowout. New England is threatening to run away from the Cleveland Browns.
Ramondre Stevenson is like a bowling ball.
And if you're Cleveland and you're looking at your run defense, which came in number 3 in the league prior to this game, giving up.
And the Dallas Cowboys are inside of the 20-yard line trying to put away the Falcons.
And I think that's what Dak did there.
Interesting. Nearly worked. Back here, floating end zone again, and missed Schultz by a hair.
Decide to run it that way.
180. Give it. Stevenson trying to bounce to the outside. Cannot. There was Taki who closed.
Stick. Eric Harris is running on the out route. That's got to be a touchdown. I know today it doesn't matter, but that's a great route by Dalton Schultz. You can tell I'm pretty excited. I wish we kept the tradition alive.
Tight end scoring.
Tight end scoring in games we call.
Second and 11. 4-man pressure. Prescott pumped. Now goes to Pollard on the right side. Pollard is dragged down from behind.
180. Second and goal. Jones fires. Ball pops free. Incomplete. Stevenson, the intended target.
Would you say this is about the first minus we've seen for Stevenson? And what I mean by minus is...
They're fighting right now. They're in a tough spot, but they're going to find out what guys they can count on this half.
And timeout here on the field with 1:23 left in the third.
Great sheet for this game.
Brandon Bolden is in.
Watch it. Watch it.
Mac Jones operating from the gun. Jones rifles. Touchdown. Hunter Henry. Second of the day. Patriots enjoying some home cooking this afternoon.
How patient was Hunter Henry in his route? He stutter stepped.
Mac Jones is filleting the pass defense for the Cleveland Browns. Jared Goff gets swallowed up here. TJ Watt is in. However, TJ Watt injured as he was in on this sack for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The star defender. Yeah, the cheers turned to looks of concern as Watt crumpled up on the field. Oh boy, grabbing at that left leg, maybe that left knee. Look at the faces at Heinz Field. The good news is Watt was able to get up and walk into the medical tent. The bad news is the star defender is out of the game for the time being.
Looking for his third score of the day, and he's going to be tackled just a little short of a first down. They've gone for it on fourth down a couple times. Why not go again, even though it's a 33-point game?
Yeah, they're going to bring in the big people. You're going to see Sprinkle, Kuhn, McGovern again, the big jumbo number 66 checking into the game.
And he's eligible as a receiver. I mean, you just feel like it's got to go to him, right?
He's been working so hard all game.
Number 66, he doesn't have a catch. He's doing it all today. Lined up at fullback. Tight end. Prescott rolling, going the other way, looking, gonna run it in. He's in. Touchdown, Dallas.
You're up 33 points. Your star franchise quarterback is still willing to lower his shoulder on a must-have-it fourth down conversion. That sums up Dak Prescott. He could have easily said, I got the yard, I'm going to get down. Nope. You can see here they go hard play action to the right. He might have had a shot there at Amari Cooper coming across, but he just lowers his shoulder. Takes on Michael Walker, the linebacker.
So the Cowboys, they get blown out last week, and they're going to have a blowout win this week. Jerry likes it. Wonder how long Dak Prescott will play into the fourth quarter. We were asking that last week when it was 30-0, and Mike McCarthy elected to keep Dak in the game in garbage time. We thought that may have been an injury risk. Speaking of injuries, here's another look at T.J. Watt. There it is. Oh, it's colliding with his own teammate. Two legs knocked together, and T.J. Watt's left knee buckles inside. That's a good news, though. This is live. This is a live look at the sideline, and Watt walking without a tremendous limp on that one. We'll see if he can come back into this game. Pittsburgh's going to need him to play here as the Detroit Lions are giving the Steelers all they can handle beginning of the fourth quarter.
Celebrate Christmas with a boom.
10-point lead. Let's go back to FedEx Field. This is one of the shockers of the day. Washington holding on to a 10-point lead as we are in early fourth quarter action against the world champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
A lot of credit to the defense, and offensively right now putting drives together, 7 drives, 5 scores. And you know, it's not even necessarily about coming away with points right now. It's eating up clock. That's what you want to be able to do, and put the pressure back on the other side. Make them feel this game slipping away. Make them understand you may only have 1 or 2 possessions left.
There's Gibson, knocked down by Vita Vea. Second down coming up for Taylor Heineke, and Washington down to Shannon for more.
Adam, how many times did we hear Ron Rivera say we just need him to cut it?
We'll watch that Washington game for you. It's one of the few close games we have. Big picture, 7 games going on across the National Football League. Dallas is going to beat Atlanta and stay in first place in the NFC East. The Bills look like they're going to beat the New York Jets and stay in first place in the AFC East. Speaking of the AFC East, New England in command over the Cleveland Browns. That's a statement score there. And the 11-point lead for the Indianapolis Colts at home looks solid against the Jags. The close games, Tennessee 8 points better than the Saints. You've got the Washington football team up by 10 against the Buccaneers, and then the Pittsburgh Steelers trailing to the winless Lions early fourth quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and call it 7 games into the witching hour, when wins become losses and losses become wins. Which will it be for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Takes the pitch, goes out of, you know, Mike Tomlin, I can listen to him all day, whether he's talking about coaching or dealing with men or culture, or, you know, he said you can't be resistant to change, you can't fear transition, and that's what he was saying. We got into throwing the ball too much. And also, when it comes to short yardage, let's not worry about what the defense is doing. We got to believe when we need to run the ball or get the yardage, we can do it.
And that's a credit to this organization, the stability that they've had within this organization since the time it started with Chuck Noll, and you just go through you get 3 coaches in the entire history of this organization, and it's just amazing. And then to have to kind of fight and change directions, sometimes guys can be hesitant to that.
It's Harris again, bringing up a 3rd down. Let's get a game break from Carissa.
Thank you so much, Chris. Washington up 16-13 on the Bucs. Taylor Heineke hands it off to Antonio Gibson, who punches it in from 1 yard out. Washington back up on top by 10. Chris?
Thank you. Heineke's career moment in the postseason, stepping in for Washington last year in the loss to the Bucs on their Super Bowl run. But back to the Steelers, less negative plays in the run game this year, stretching the field a little more in the run game. Haven't seen a whole lot of that today, the conditions, but facing a 3rd and 5. Let's see what Rudolph can dial up. Blitzes are. Rudolph, sideline throw, one-on-one coverage, and out of bounds. James Washington. There is a flag right there. Are they saying it's offensive?
This is something that even when we talked to Ben Roethlisberger, he talked to us about. That just don't make the call.
Offense number 13, 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
I don't agree with that call right there. You can see a little bit of the push there, and that's if you use your hands to push to create separation, but it was kind of mutual there. I think that would have been better as a no call, especially with the incomplete. But that was an area. They were going to have their opportunities outside. They expected a little bit of pressure. It's a young cornerback shuffle out there. They've had a number of guys. They've started 6 different corners for the Detroit Lions. They thought they would have some matchups down the field.
Rudolph, middle of the field, dumps it off to Harris, trying to make a play, but tackled. Eventually, he picked up 5 extra yards all by himself with a Lion hanging on him, and now it makes the 4th down call a little more interesting.
Back to the Washington-Tampa Bay game. Taylor Heineke trying to extend a 10-point lead and pass underneath, and then the bang comes a couple of defenders, including Devin White, one of the Super Bowl run heroes last year for the Tampa Bay defense, comes in and knocks it out, and Antoine Winfield Jr. comes away with the football, and that's a turnover back to Tampa Bay. Maybe that helps jumpstart them to make it a 1-possession game. Pittsburgh to tie, and Chris Boswell knocks it through. Boswell, big week last week, had a couple of 50-yarders. He hit the game winner. He recovered a fumble last game, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are now knotted up with the Lions at 16-16. Tennessee, 8-point lead and the ball, and now a red zone possession thanks to this play.
Excellent play design and execution.
Adrian Peterson is in. 1st and goal. Outside they go here. It was at the 9. The catch made by
that guy right there, Byron Leftwich.
And it's now 3rd down after the Washington timeout. Byron Leftwich trying to get Tampa Bay into the right play call.
Washington brings some pressure. Brady's got Evans. There he goes. Touchdown, Mike Evans. Tampa Bay back within a score.
Yeah, you could kind of feel it coming after the turnover. There it is, and we are down to a 1-possession lead for the Washington football team.
Oh, from behind they got him. It was Davenport. He came streaming through and brings down Tannehill.
Perfectly. He sees the safety on that side down. That's Cameron Curl. He knows he's got one-on-one, and bam, off the release. Evans down the sideline. It's over.
Just the 3rd target of Evans today, his 2nd catch. Remember his catch at the end of the 1st with the penalty set up the field goal. And the extra point is no good from Suckup. His 2nd.
Coordinator for the Titans is Todd Downing. In his 1st year, he was the tight ends coach. 3rd and goal at the 17. Nick Nichols is the back.
Delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and 22. There's Downing.
Well, they must have told Tannehill, you know what, we're just going to go ahead and, since it's 3rd and goal from way back here, we're just going to go ahead and take the extra 5 yards, and instead of using that timeout that may be critical down the stretch.
Jones a block, and that opened about 3-4 yards as he burrows his way to the 18-yard line. It's 4th down. They're going to try for 3. And the defense of the Saints holds him out. And Randy Bullock will come out there. He's kicked 2 field goals today for the Titans from 28 and 36. This will be another 36-yarder.
Well, and an important one because this makes it a 2-possession game.
Morgan Cox is the 3-time Pro Bowl long snapper. And from 36, it is good, and they extend the lead.
I mean, it's basically over between the Bills and the Jets, and not to pile on Mike White, but there's another interception. Jordan Poyer picks him off at the goal line. That is 4 interceptions thrown by Mike White. The Bills defense, look at 4 picks for the Bills defense. They also have a fumble recovery. If you started the Bills against the Jets today in fantasy, you score it. And the Bills are on their way to a victory, it would appear, 35-point lead. Well, it's now or never for Case Keenum and the Browns on a goal to go.
In this one, Detroit, and then Baltimore. You got a tough stretch coming up.
2nd and goal for the Browns. Keenum out of the pocket, trying to buy time, and Keenum will sky it out of bounds. Pressure from Jawant Bentley. NFL Today update. We send it to New York. Coach Cowher.
Yeah, Mike Evans is going to take his 40 yards from Tom Brady, his 2nd touchdown of the day, and they cut the lead from Washington 23-19. They missed the extra point there. Let's take it back to Ian, Charles, and Evan.
All right, Coach. 38-7. New England in front here. Cleveland facing a 3rd and goal. From the gun. The veteran Case Keenum, and this play never happens.
And here comes a 3rd and 10 in the tie game at Heinz Field.
On a 3rd and 10. That's Trinity Benson, but it's 4th down.
Now the quick screens to the after the delay a game for the Browns. Penalties have been an issue for the Browns this season. 3rd in the NFL, entering action with 64, 27 pre-snap penalties, which was number 1 in the league. Discussion here for John Hussey and company.
Trying to see if Cleveland got a timeout in before the delay of game.
The discussion on the field was whether number 80 of Cleveland had called timeout prior to the delay game. After discussion, we determined he did not. The penalty stands, 3rd down.
Wow. Normally, the after discussion usually leads to we've discussed it and we've agreed. But this time, the discussion led to no.
That felt like Judge John Hussey there, didn't it?
A little bit.
Just gavelled it out. Let's get back to the proceedings.
A little bit. It's also 38-7. The throw hurried because of the pressure, and Keenum had to get rid of it. Judon, once again, working his way towards the quarterback.
And he is very recognizable by his play. Now that he's moved to New England, you see how he's added the red sleeves to it as well? And that's becoming he is a menace to quarterbacks.
He didn't drive.
Now. No.
Didn't drive Keenum. That's why there was no call.
Knocked him back.
Yep. He made contact, but then pulled back.
Did not lift legs, drive, shoulder into him, as you pointed out. Good no call.
4th and goal. Keenum gets rid of it quickly. Landry weaving. And he's brought down at the 5-yard line, and that'll do it.
We're going to go double box here. We have an interesting circumstance in the Lions and Steelers game. The bottom line is this is 4th and inches, 4th and maybe a foot for Detroit, and the offense is still on the field. We'll try and show you why it got to this point in a moment, because it was 3rd down and an incomplete pass for Dan Campbell's guys, but it was a penalty on a punt. We'll try and show it to you, but let's see if the Lions can cash in here.
Got the nickname early, rolled the dice down. From inside the line, 35-yard line. Kabinda, the fullback, former linebacker, got the carry. And they are moving the chains and calling it a 1st down.
I tell you, that's a nice job by Jason Kabinda, because you're going to see right here, there's a play. I think it's Isaiah Buggs, 96. See if he's into the backfield right away, right at the point. Yep. I mean, he's got good contact on Jason Kabinda. He's able to bounce off and get enough for that 1st down.
Gutsy call, and it pays off, converting on 4th and short after that penalty on the punt. And going nowhere. Swift will lose yardage as Alex Highsmith. Alex got to him and brought him down.
And it's one of the other things right now you want.
So here it was. This was 4th and 5.5 yards. And on the punt block attempt, Pittsburgh will graze the punter, Jack Fox. But watch what Fox does. Woo! You got to sell it, right? And they said that was enough contact for running into the punter, and that was a 5-yard penalty. And again, it was 4th and 5.5, which led to that 4th and short. Dan Campbell goes for it. You just saw he got it. That's why the Lions still have the football right now.
Swift brought down at the 30. James Pierre from his corner spot.
Food is always a priority.
Got a couple of updates from the Saints and the Titans. Trevor Siemian, Mark Ingram out of the backfield. He's had a couple of catches today that have been nice-looking grabs. That's a 34-yard completion. And then short time after that, it's Jawan Johnson for a 26-yard catch and run. 1st and goal for the Saints. Touchdown here makes it a one-possession game.
Outside they go, caught by Smith, tried to get in, but they held him out, and Byard and company there, along with Molden and others.
Well, they're going to get a penalty in the end zone. It looks like offensive pass interference as they tried out of a bunch formation to the outside, clearing things out.
Pass interference, offense, number 1. 10-yard penalty, replay, second.
Delay handoff to Swift. It's got a long way to go, and it's 4th down. Minka Fitzpatrick.
Both are. They both have contact. So you could have called it on either one. Those guys need to run through it. They need to run a fade and just get their bodies turned so they can't see that throw to the flat.
Fulton also over there. It's 2nd and goal at the 13. Hill is the quarterback. Taysom Hill. He'll run it. Ruiz a block, and he'll slither to the 7. And brought down to the play by Harold Landry with a gain of 6.
What a play by Landry. I mean, you get Taysom Hill going, and you get him going downhill like that. And I know there was another defender there, but Hill, had he a head of steam, was going to be able to get some momentum, get it down inside the 5-yard line. Now 3rd down and goal from the 8.
Ingram in, as is Simeon. It's 3rd and goal. Mark him at the 7. Simeon blocked by Hurst to the end zone, and caught. Was he in? And out on the chalk. Traquan Smith. It was crowded back there, and a flag thrown on the play. About 2 yards deep in the end zone.
Well, just like we had a penalty.
Defense, number 31. Half the distance to the goal, automatic, 1st down.
Kevin Byard, who had a pick 6 last week.
First touchdown of the day by the Titans was set up by a penalty by the Saints in the end zone, and now returning the favor. Saints getting saved for a 1st and goal. Byard to be covering the slot. See 31.
Okay, we got 2 teams trailing in the 4th quarter, trying to get back into their ball game. Saints trail by 11. The Jags trail by 9. Both are in 11. Both are in the red zone.
To score touchdowns, not kick field goals. Lawrence rolling left, has some time. Now comes back to the right. Lawrence keeping the play alive, and now he'll keep it himself, running right into Stallworth.
Outside they go, big time hit, ball joint free. Traquan Smith could not hold. 2nd
route, he's going to come and he's going to be behind the line of scrimmage, but that doesn't transpire. And after that, it's just a mad scramble. And you hear about Plaster, getting guys to Plaster. You also got a guy knocked out of the back of the end zone back there. So good job by the Colts. With all that time that Trevor Lawrence had, still nobody to throw to who was open.
Third down and 11. Lawrence on a slant to Arnold inside the 10, and Arnold has the 1st down. They spot him.
Simeon. And he was grabbed up high by Monty Rice. He got maybe as far as the 1 on the run by Ingram. with a gain of 3.
Beneath that kind of rub route.
And there is an injured Colt, which stops the clock with 11.
Up here. 3rd down goal. Simeon blocked by Ingram to the end zone and out of the end zone, although it was grabbed by Smith on the chalk again. And incomplete in 4th and goal. Back there was Molden.
Excellent job by.
Kind of gets leg whipped there at the end, and you can't tell if it's the knee or the ankle, but he was in significant pain when he first rolled over.
That's Darius Leonard, the star defender for the Indianapolis Colts, who is down, reaching, it looks to me like for maybe his left ankle, but he is down and injured, and that Colts-Jags game has gone to a stoppage. Leonard is coming back up to his feet with the help of the athletic trainers, but Colts-Jags has come to a stop at 11:35. The kick is up and good there for the Saints, so it's 23-15. Titans with the lead.
Past the sticks, it is caught. Adam Humphries, his first catch of the day and the 300th of his career, moves the chains for Washington.
Goal for Jacksonville after they convert another 3rd down. So after starting 1 of 8 on 3rd down, Trevor Lawrence has now completed his last 4 passes on 3rd down, and 3 of them have been for 1st downs. Robinson, the running back, on 1st and goal. Robinson up the middle, hit, fighting his way forward, and he stopped short.
Gibson, good ankle tackle by Winfield, and Tampa Bay will use a timeout.
When you get down to the goal line, you want those shoulders square, and there's Jones. His shoulders are square. Gets those legs, and that slows Robinson down just enough until help can come. Big fella.
And Malcolm Brown is in at fullback. Farrell in motion. Give the Robinson up over, and he is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Following the block of the defensive tackle, Malcolm Brown, who came in at fullback, and now they will go for 2.
You talk about quick movement. Malcolm Brown just getting those guys, knocking them back.
Makes you believe in everything that you're doing.
And they close. Does Tampa Bay have a stop in it? 2nd and long. Pressure on Heineke, and somehow he got it to Gibson. Brought down by Winfield.
This season on 2-point conversions, Jacksonville is 0 for 2.
And it looks like the Colts feel like they need one more player out there. They're doing the count. They got 10 on the field right now.
Rodgers runs out late. And now
Wright runs out late to call timeout.
And a timeout called by Indianapolis, which in a close game in the 4th quarter could come back to haunt them. Having to use one here on the 2-point conversion.
Got a couple of things to show you from games that are pretty much already decided. The Patriots are going to beat the Browns, but watch this. Jacoby Myers breaks a tackle, gets into the end zone. That is his first NFL touchdown. And you think this guy's a beloved teammate? Look at the guys celebrate Jacoby Myers' first touchdown. Let me just tell you, that's more than 11 dudes that were on the field that came down to celebrate with him. Look at, they're coming from the sidelines, injured Brown down as well. But half the team came into the end zone to celebrate Jacoby Myers. By the way, it was Brian Hoyer who threw the pass. Mac Jones is out of the game with the outcome already determined. All right, ready for the 2-point conversion here to try and make this a 3-point game.
Trying to get the personnel right are the Colts without Darius Leonard on the field.
Lawrence, shovel pass inside, and they've got it. Arnold with the 2-point conversion, and we've got a 3-point game in Indianapolis. Well executed play by Lawrence and Arnold, and it's 20-17.
And we've got a touchdown in the Bills-Jets game. Buffalo's probably going to win this, but the Jets, well, hey, the Jets are in the touchdown montage at the end of NFL Red Zone. Michael Carter, the rookie, goes in from 1 yard out. He has 40 yards on the day, but the Bills have a 28-point lead at MetLife Stadium. We come back live in Tennessee. Titans back with the football, wanting to get some first downs and run this clock down.
Bills and now taking the Colts to the wire.
Or this is when they would use Derrick Henry. Right now, Peterson 2nd and 5. Peterson here, good cut, another good cut, and look at him, corkscrew past the 35. Brought down by Tuttle, moves the chains, a nice burst of 6 and a first down for Tennessee.
Well, when we talked to the Saints, we said, what do you see from Adrian Peterson? He only had 21 yards on 10 carries against the Rams, and they said, yeah. But did you see the spin move he put on the Rams at the line of scrimmage to get some positive yards? Did you see the way he pushed the pile to get the touchdown? So they had a lot of respect for AP. They knew that he still had a little juice, and the fact that he's coming in fresh, right? This is the middle of the season for all of them, and this is just his second time, and you can see a little burst on that one, getting the first down.
Onyemata made the first hit on that first down run. AP first and 10. Oh, what a good stick by Quan Alexander.
Live on a third down in the red zone.
Heineke on the slant for McLaurin. He takes the hit and has the first down. The longest Washington drive of the season continues.
Pump it up and got the one-on-one on the outside. Luka McLaurin hits the slant, and what do we talk about? You got to make contested catches. It doesn't get any more contested than that. And he is jazzed. Go ahead and pump those fists.
Scary Terry just showed up for the biggest catch of the game. First and goal now, approaching the 2-minute warning.
I'm changing his name to McLovin because I'm loving it.
Here's Gibson inside the 5, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Can't fully salt the game away with Tampa Bay out of timeouts, but they are right on the doorstep. In what's been a wild couple of weeks.
What a massive upset that would be if Washington can score and close out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're at the 2-minute warning there at FedEx Field. We come back live now to the Detroit-Pittsburgh game, which would be an upset in itself if the winless Lions could finish them off on the road. Detroit has not won in Pittsburgh since 1955. The Ford family did not own the Lions the last time Detroit won in Pittsburgh.
And then it was either stay in play side or cut through the back door with Matt Nelson out. We have not seen that. They don't have somebody else to be able to get into that role to run that personnel group and that play.
Well, Jared Goff told us yesterday the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and getting the same result. That's what they've run into here. They've punted the last 3 possessions, and they're going to need to use a timeout. Play clock was down to 2 seconds.
We'll get you back for the 3rd and long drama there. This was 3rd and long for Tennessee, and they'll play it conservative with the 8-point lead. And the clock winds down. Well, it'll stop at 3:41. So the Saints going to get this football back. Trevor Siemian with a chance, assuming it will be Siemian under center for Sean Payton. Going to get a chance with less than 4 minutes to go.
Getting into these 3rd and long situations where they are not built to convert right now.
Well, in the situation, Darryl, look, it's a tie game. Boswell has been hitting from 50, and the Steelers, if you don't get the first down, they're going to have good field position, and the Steelers will be back in control of the game. Detroit has been unable, as we mentioned, in the last few possessions. Obviously, the worst thing would be a turnover down here for Detroit. And the Steeler defense used to live off that. They haven't had a lot of those this year. Goff from the 2-yard line is going to go down. Eventually ruled down as a sack. Hayward and Highsmith. Not a safety, because the initial contact met around the 2-1, even though they pushed him back and thankfully blew the whistle before they took him down physically, but ruled down with that surge by the defense.
Well, just a four-man pass rush right here, and there he is. I mean, that's your guy that makes all the plays. Cameron Hayward, number 97, just drives Taylor Decker back, and then the rest of the guys come. But just a four-man rush to get that done.
Hayward, one of the captains on this Steeler team, and now you got
dangerous punt situation for the Lions. Snap is back, and a kick that gets it away, so that much of it is executed, but it is plus territory for Pittsburgh on their next possession, and any points obviously will take the lead there. Okay, Washington is going to make Tampa Bay with no timeouts. It's now 3rd and goal, so the math here, the field goal, assuming it will be, you probably don't want to score the touchdown here. You would take the touchdown. Let's just listen in.
Washington will take the clock down as far as they can and then have a decision to make as to whether they go for a touchdown to put it away, and if they fail to convert it, be a long field in front of Brady with a 4-point deficit. That's why that missed extra point by Suckup is huge. Or they can go for the field goal to make it a 7-point game. 3rd and goal. It's Gibson. Oh, what a play by Whitehead. He grabbed Gibson and prevented him from getting into the end zone, and everybody else rallied. So now Washington can take as much time as they want and then take a timeout. Huge play right here by Whitehead.
Yeah, Whitehead just pulling from the hips right there. Winfield joining in. Golston with a hand on him.
So the New Orleans Saints get it back, trailing by 8. 3.5 minutes remain. Trevor Siemian, nice ball. DeMarquez Callaway, 22-yard catch, plus the penalty flag came in for defenseless receiver, unnecessary roughness, so that is a 37-yard gain for the New Orleans Saints, just like that, trailing by 8. Okay, bottom of the screen, Ron Rivera did the smart play, took the play clock down to 1 second, and with 31 seconds left in 4th and goal, he'll make his decision. You probably play field goal there, except it would still keep it at a 1-possession game. A touchdown effectively ends it for Washington. Riverboat Ron earned a nickname years ago. He's got a tough call to make. We got 3 close games here in the witching hour. We need to determine some winners in these 3 towns.
Ingram in the backfield. And he's got his receiver, Deontay Harris, who breaks a tackle and takes it down the sideline. Broke a tackle with Jackson. Out of bounds near the 12. Catch and run a 17, 1st down.
Well, I like the fact the Saints, there was a lot of criticism. They haven't used the wide receiver.
Target with only 2 catches today. Snap handled by Rudolph. The throw knocked away and almost intercepted. Ball.
19th play of the drive is going to put the game away. Touchdown, Gibson.
Just running the zone read handoff to the wide side. You see Heineke make the fake right there to hold the back end, and beautifully executed. This offensive line all day long from a protection standpoint, from a run blocking standpoint, have done such a great job. Go ahead, celebrate, young man, because you played one whale of a ball game.
And engineered one of the most impressive drives in the NFL this season. 19 plays, tied for the most plays on any drive this year in the league, and 10 minutes and 26 seconds, the longest timed drive in the league this year.
Incredible. Just incredible.
So the delay here is because in the commotion of all this, Vita Vea is being tended to inside the 5.
What a massive upset for the Washington football team at home against the reigning world champs. Okay, this is the Colts with Zach Pascal getting tackled right at the catch. In fact, it's a 3-yard loss. It would lead to a Colts punt. Trevor Lawrence, the #1 overall pick, is going to get a 4th quarter drive here to try and tie this up or take the lead. Clock is not an issue. We got 8 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter here in Indy.
Lawrence has run the ball 5 times for 33 yards today.
Got the matchup with Marvin Jones down at the bottom of our screen right here.
2nd down and 9. Lawrence looking for Jones and incomplete. Tried the back shoulder attempt to Marvin Jones, but now it's 3rd and long.
Just a little flat on that throw because he's throwing away from the pressure. Because Marvin Jones has him. Once he looks back there, he's ready for that back shoulder.
It's the 2-minute warning. New Orleans has got the ball. Red zone position.
We're out of the 2-minute warning timeout. New Orleans needs a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to send this into overtime potentially.
1st and 10. Ingram back there with Simeon. 18 of 32. Hurst to block at the left tackle. That is deflected. Another one in those passing lanes and knocked away. It may. Well, I'm not sure actually who it was.
And a good one here on CBS. Here come the Colts. Lawrence takes a shot. Incomplete. Lawrence was drilled. Quiddy Pay and Bobby Okereke were back to put the pressure on Lawrence.
It's a quarterback's nightmare. Then the ball's fluttering and hanging in the air, right? You never know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
2nd and 10. Adaney did get it. With a block inside by Throckmorton, a run by Ingram, and not much there. Jones and others stopping him for a gain of about 2, put him at the 9.
Well, you said it, Kevin. Adaney and Jones to that side just collapse things for Ingram. Nowhere to go. This is 4-down territory. You may be wondering, why is it Tennessee using their timeouts? Well, they don't want to give the Saints too much time because they can still pick up a 1st down. They don't have to get into the end zone.
Taysom Hill is in. 3rd and 8. Outside they go here. Caught by Harris and inside the 5 and close to a 1st. Jenkins was there and Jackson there and a gain of 7.
Wonder if this isn't going to be illegal formation or illegal procedure.
With the flag.
Illegal shift. 2-minute movement at the snap. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
This is interesting. The Washington football team takes a knee on the 2-point conversion. Obviously, it doesn't have anything to do with the game clock, but they take a knee so that there's no way Tampa Bay could turn them over and take it back for a 2-point conversion on the defense, which would make it a 1-possession game, an 8-point game. Smart play by Ron Rivera, taking a knee on the 2-point conversion. Haven't seen that in a couple of years.
3rd and 13. Simeon. And caught for the touchdown! Callaway! What a throw by Simeon! 15-yard strike and a 2-point game with 1:16 to go.
Callaway's going to be to the inside. Taysom Hill comes down and does a little rub, and that's what they take advantage of. That rub route. That ball's a little bit underthrown, but the defender's never able to turn around.
Jackson.
And Callaway comes back and is able to get it, as this is obviously a key 2-point conversion.
Right, the Saints have missed their last 7 2-point conversions going back to 2018. That's Drew Brees territory. Taysom Hill will be the QB.
3 tight ends and an extra offensive lineman in the game.
Yes. And a quick timeout, the first taken by Tennessee. They've got 2. Saints have 1, trying for 2 to tie. Now here is the reason why they got to go for this, because of 1 extra point missed right here. after an 11-yard touchdown pass.
Went on the COVID list last night.
Come back to the tie game. 51 seconds remain. The Lions have not won under Dan Campbell, but they could, and they've had heartbreaking losses. We remember the 66-yard field goal by the Baltimore Ravens. The Minnesota Vikings beat them as the clock hit double zeros on a game-winning field goal. Can the Lions pull one out finally?
First down. Pass, he is caught, and he extended Swift, but was it enough for the first down? We're going to need that sideline look. Devin Bush got to him and kept him from moving upfield.
Yeah, I don't think they gave him the reach right now where they had it spot. They've got him right on the line. Let's see when he extends right here before he goes out. Yeah, see, I think he gets beyond the line there.
And watch right here, that is a first down.
Two-point conversion since 2018. Now, a penalty on the Saints.
False start. Offense.
No argument here. Good enough for the first down and a clutch play for the underdog Lions. Time for Goff. Safely throws it away. The Lions know right now, Darryl, that they have this in their hands. This game at least to either win it or not lose it. In other words, we can go to overtime at the
way on Jenkins again, just from a size advantage standpoint.
And it is incomplete. Going for Ingram. They can't convert the 2 points. And Tennessee holds on to a 2-point lead with 1:16 to go.
Be a little bit leery right now.
Steelers have one timeout. Lions have two on a 2nd and 10. Goff. Thrown and almost intercepted. Minkah Fitzpatrick had a shot at it off the hands of Amon-Ra St. Brown. And that's 3rd and 10.
It's a really nice play right here because, again, it's on that back shoulder. Great adjustment right at the last second by Trey Norwood to get his hand in there.
Week 10.
Here's the last gasp. If the Tennessee Titans recover the onside kick, it's victory formation for Tennessee. Saints have to get this here.
So Johnson will try it. And caught right there by their wide receiver, Westbrook again.
So they were trying to work a substitution, and the Goff was making sure they didn't line up in that huddle. Welcome those of you that saw Washington beat Tampa Bay, Cowboys crush Atlanta. Daryl Johnston, Chris Myers, Jen Hale here in Pittsburgh. 3rd and 10 at a tie game. 35 seconds left. 2 timeouts Lions, 1 for the Steelers. Time for Goff. Throws incomplete. It's 4th down. The coverage was good.
So we have 2 games remaining that still have drama in them. The Detroit-Pittsburgh game and Jacksonville and Indianapolis. You've got the Colts just outside the red zone. Michael Pittman had a big catch from Carson Wentz.
Talking about the receivers, but let's give Wentz some credit there, too, for the throw. Taylor, and he's wrestled down by Josh Allen. On this drive, Carson Wentz 4 out of 4 for 56 yards. And there is a timeout called by Urban Meyer, his first of the half. Two timeouts left for each team. Don't forget, stay tuned for the NFL Today update. That is time permitting. Join JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, and Coach Cower for all the latest NFL scores and highlights. Trevor Lawrence hoping he gets another chance. Indianapolis already in field goal range, so if the Jags defense is able to hold them to 3, Jacksonville knows they'll have to go the length of the field and score a touchdown with just 2:43 on the clock.
You know, some of this is incremental improvement, and you look at Jacksonville, what they've done in the second half, that improvement, even just picking up the 2-point conversion, which made it a 3-point game, is improvement.
On 2nd and 9, they give it to Taylor. Taylor inside the 15, but a flag comes in. And the Jaguars are indicating this is it.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've got 2 kickoffs happening in the late window. The Arizona Cardinals and Carolina Panthers. Backup quarterbacks playing against each other between the Cardinals and Panthers. And on the right side of the screen, Minnesota in Los Angeles to take on the Chargers. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings will get the opening possession in that game. 4 games in the late window. 2 of them have just kicked off. We'll have another 2 kickoffs about 20 minutes from right now. But we've got drama in Indy. We've got drama in Pittsburgh headed to overtime. In fact, we're going to show you the coin flip of overtime between the Lions and the Steelers. And we're going to do maybe a little flashback as well, if you know what I'm talking about.
These plays, do you call a run? Do you call a short pass where you know the ball is going to be caught and that clock's going to continue to run and maybe force Jacksonville to use one of those timeouts?
2nd and 19, play action. Wentz steps up, throws over the middle, incomplete, intended for Jack Doyle. And that stops the clock with 2:32.
What is your call?
Tails.
The call is tails. And it is tails. You'll receive. Which way would you like to kick?
Yep, here we go. Lions, Steelers, overtime. They don't play each other all that often, but those of you historians in the NFL remember over 20 years ago, the infamous 1998 Thanksgiving game, Pittsburgh at Detroit, when Jerome Bettis said heads, tails, and the coin flip for overtime got messed up. And that's why the NFL changed the way they do the announcement of the flip. You never call it in the air anymore. You have to announce what you're calling before the official flips the coin. Lions win today's overtime coin flip, as they did back in that controversial game on Thanksgiving 1998. And the Lions will get the first possession. We'll get you back there in a minute, but we still have to get a winner here between the Jags and Colts.
Had slid down inbounds. Then either the clock goes down to 2 minutes or Jacksonville has to use one of their timeouts.
Did get shoved a little bit at the end by Rudy Ford. His momentum leading him out of bounds. So now an important attempt for Badgley, who's 2 out of 2 today. This is from 37 yards away. Badgley, right down Broadway. With 2:22 on the clock, it's now a 6-point game.
We just had a turnover on, it was first or second snap of the game, I believe. Second snap of the game, and Colt McCoy got hit and fumbled. And it was Morgan Fox who recovers it. Hassan Reddick gets credit for a strip sack. We'll show it to you in a minute, but it is instant red zone for P.J. Walker, today's starting quarterback for the Carolina Panthers, with Sam Darnold out with a shoulder injury. It'll be multiple weeks for Darnold on the sideline. Cam Newton is active for this game, but just joined the team just days ago, so we expect to see Walker with the Lions' share of quarterback snaps today.
There was a brief timeout due to an injured official. We will continue officiating the game with 6 officials.
There's David Oliver, the down judge.
The official will get some medical attention. Let's rewind it here. It was the 3rd snap from scrimmage on 3rd and 5, and Colt McCoy hit by Hassan Reddick. Ball comes loose. Morgan Fox, number 91, is right there. And like we said, instant red zone for Carolina. Hope the official is okay.
In this offense. From the Arizona 15-yard line. Second career start for Walker. Had some trouble with the snap, and then the pass gets batted down.
Under center, and you have to understand, for the Panthers, Pat Elflein is the new center, right? Matt Paradis is out. Cameron Irving is out as well, offensive tackle. So you have a shift, change at the offensive line position, at center position, plus you have a new quarterback in P.J. Walker. They're going to have some growing pains to start this game.
Elflein, the center, missed the last 7 games. This is Chuba Hubbard, took the handoff from Walker and gains 2 yards on 2nd down. So the Panthers look to take advantage of an early Cardinals turnover. P.J. Walker won his only prior NFL start last year against the Lions, and he was 5-0 in the XFL as a starting quarterback.
And that we don't do it justice. He absolutely lit up the XFL. XFL gave him confidence. That's the reason he's able to be here right now and be the backup quarterback for the Panthers.
3rd down and 8. McCaffrey in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left. Walker on 3rd down fires. It's caught by McCaffrey. And he picks up a Carolina 1st down to the Cardinals.
So the Detroit Lions get the opening possession of overtime. Here is the first snap for Goff in overtime. Play action over the middle. Amon-Ra St. Brown catch 1st down and into Pittsburgh territory. Jared Goff only has 84 yards passing, including that one, which went for 30. And the Lions are into Steelers territory.
Sitting in there, takes a hit, keeps his eyes down the field. That is a good sign for the Carolina offense.
Now Carolina sends in their jumbo package. 2 tight ends, fullback, extra offensive lineman. Walker hands it off to McCaffrey, and he gets bottled up. Tanner Vallejo, first Cardinal, in to make contact with McCaffrey.
Oh, and look who we have coming in right now. Number 1, Cam Newton is coming in. It doesn't surprise me at all. Played against him many times.
So the Lions now have a 3rd and 7, not in field goal range, at least. Yeah, it would be like a 60-yard field goal from where they at, so they wouldn't try that, I don't think. And then 2nd and goal coming up. Cam Newton is coming into the game for the Panthers. We'll show you that in just a moment. Here comes the Lions, 3rd and 7.
Out for the rest of the game, so the Lions are down to just 2 halfbacks and 1 fullback. And Goff almost walked into a sack. He's going to be brought down by Hayward, and there's a flag. Yeah, there may be. It's either a hold or a face mask, the way the official is indicating. There's a big difference between which one it's going to be.
Holding. Offense, number 69.
I mean, it's as good as it gets when
Who is in the game? Cam Newton on 2nd and goal.
Re-signed with the Panthers on Thursday. Just 3 days ago. McCaffrey split out wide to the right. Newton takes the snap. And he is in for a Panthers touchdown. Yes, he is. Wow.
The energy they said that Cam brings. This is what makes Cam Newton so special. Everybody knows he is keeping the football. They run the power O, still can't do anything about it. Cam Newton runs right over Isaiah Simmons for the touchdown. And boy, I could feel that energy coming off, screaming on back.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense, number 1. The touchdown is good. The 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
I think Cam is back, so he says. By the way, Cam's first game as a rookie was against the Arizona Cardinals. We had a touchdown a while back ago in the Buffalo Bills game. Bills made it 45-10. It's a Devin Singletary 2-yard score. We always dedicate every touchdown to from every game for you, so that one took a few minutes to get to you, but it wasn't very dramatic and will not affect the outcome. But the Bills are on their way to a victory. They'll stay in first place in the AFC East. All right, Pittsburgh with their possession. We are now into sudden death in overtime at Heinz Field.
The outside by the numbers. 2nd and 8, only 1 turnover in the game. Rudolph, sideline throw, and the catch made by Johnson. Deontay Johnson puts a move on. Ball's out, Lions have it. He got inside the 40, the ball back at the 44, and Detroit jumped on it. Amadi Oruwariye came up with the recovery.
What a great job by Mark Gilbert. Don't hang your head because you got beat on that pass.
Down, Detroit.
Re-engage, get back into that play. It ends up being Mark Gilbert. Watch him, number 40.
What a costly mistake for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Lions have new life in overtime. A 3rd and short for the Jags. Clock is starting to become their enemy, needing a touchdown to take the lead in this one. James Robinson goes for a 2-yard run on 3rd and 1. This is live, 1 minute and 2 seconds left. The #1 pick in the draft has to get 7.
He's brought down, and the ball comes out. Lawrence fumbles. No signal yet. Colts indicating they have it, but no signal from the officials.
If the Colts do come out of the pile,
it is Colts football.
Every turnover is obviously reviewed, so we're going to take a look at this. And it wasn't like his forward progress was stopped. He's still moving forward. So let's see what happened in the pile.
Teray comes away with the football. Indianapolis, if it stands, with their 21st takeaway of the season. That's the most in the NFL. Another look.
Ooh. Yeah, that ball's moving. It's out. And Trevor Lawrence, he could just kind of feel that ball moving away from his body. It almost feels like an out-of-body experience when it happens to you.
Very close. They confirm it in replay. And the Colts can take this one with a knee. The Jaguars do call timeout. Lawrence's knee was close to being down, but that ball.
First down.
And if they did a review, they did it very quick in New York because the Colts have already taken a snap. Colts will win the game, and the Colts are now 5-5 on the season. Jags will drop to 2-7. One game in the early window to be determined. Here comes overtime again between the Lions and Steelers.
It's on the outside slip right there. Yep, a little hold. And again, if you know that you've got that safety help over the top, that's okay. You know, you got her on the top. But now if you're in man-to-man coverage, yeah, go ahead and get yourself a little handful. But he had Minkah Fitzpatrick over the top, helping him out.
Again, Goff earlier looked like his lower back area got hit hard, has hung in there in pain. They've been treating it on the sideline. Has not thrown the ball a lot in this game. Under pressure here and tipped away. Boy, trying to get to Swift. There's a flag down back at the 40.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense number 21. A 15-yard penalty.
Roughing the passer, crucial call against the Steelers. Lions drive continues. Jets got a garbage time touchdown here. It's Joe Flacco in at quarterback. And Elijah Moore, decent-looking second-round draft pick, rookie out of Ole Miss. Elijah Moore goes in. He now has 3 touchdowns in his last 3 games. And the score at the moment, at the 2-minute warning, 45-17 Bills.
Really low and barely a player in that. But it's got to be a forcible blow where you're kind of going through that. That was kind of a desperation lunge at it.
That did not look forcible. But it's a call in favor of the Lions. They deserve a break somewhere along the line this year. And on first down, Swift is met hard before he got to the line of scrimmage. Well, we have seen too many of those kinds of calls. I don't care what team you're rooting for. You just want them to be consistent. And when guys are out there battling.
Especially when you're in overtime. You want it to be one on the field. You don't want the officiating crews to have to play a part. And we've seen a couple of really big calls here go against the Pittsburgh Steelers. A team who had a lot of calls go for them last Monday night.
A narrow escape to keep their winning streak alive when they beat the Bears. That's Hockenson in motion. The pitch is to Swift. He gets one block. DeAndre Swift shoved back when he got inside the 30. But you're in field goal range. I say that.
Keeping you an eye on the Vikings and Chargers. Kirk Cousins kind of dancing around, then gets hit. Arm looked like it was coming forward, but the ball came loose kind of at an awkward angle. They're going to call this a fumble and recovery to the Chargers. And it's Joey Bosa coming in to make the contact on Cousins. The officials called it on the field a turnover by Kirk Cousins over to L.A.
One here in Pittsburgh. Quick pass to Amon-Ra St. Brown on the rookie, short of the first down. Here comes a flag. Looks like a hold on the Lions on the run after the catch. At least that's what they're discussing.